Hi everyone, so today I have a new set that Die Press has brought to HSN. It is the stamp and die kit called You're My Jam, and they did send this item free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchase items through those links. Let me try to get this guy open. I will be right back. Sometimes it just pops right open and sometimes it doesn't. Alright. Aw, cute already with a little jar. I can see the little cute lid. There's like strawberries. Let's check this out. Maybe some little, oh, I'm going to say the wrong thing. What do you think? Boysenberries? Blackberries? Let's say blackberries for sure. Okay. Let's turn this over here. You can see some of the stamp set there. Okay, so recently they've been including their new adhesive sheets, a couple of them. Sometimes they're like a slimline size, sometimes they're like this, like an A2 size. A couple of sheets with an applicator and then the instruction on how to do that. And I've used them here and there in some videos so you can see how to use them. Very easy. You can either die cut your items, pop them in here with the back of the die cut that you want to stick down facing the little gray dots so that those little gray dots end up on the back so you can stick them to your project, right? Very easy to use. Let's look at the inspo. So we have what looks like a little jar and then the lid like we had talked about with the little fabric, super cute. You have like a little label and you can put, congrats on your sweet success, sending a sweet hello, thank you very much, sweet wishes for good health. There's lots of different things. Those are really sweet because they're all different kind of everyday sentiments. You're very special, how cute. So they're showing you there to assemble your jam jars. Haven't made jam in a while, but I used to love making spiced strawberry jam. I need to do that again. Maybe this season, huh? Super cute. So the whole canning process, right? I love that stuff. You have your berries, and then the blackberries or boysenberries, however. You have some leaves and some flowers and like little swirls and things that you can decorate with, of course. So they're showing maybe some ideas here on doing just that. And I love both of them. That's very cute. It does come with a cutting folder for the marquee. If you don't have the marquee to cut your metal dies with, then you can put those metal dies in any machine that will cut thin metal dies, okay? So just put that to the side for some other purpose. Yeah, so you can see, I'll measure the dies for you so you can have an idea. Really nice size swirls. These little guys, the little icons are cute just to pop them on other cards and things too, even without the jam jar if you want to do that. This largest die is almost 3.5 by 2 3/4 inches, I would say, metal to metal, so you can make sure you have a machine that will cut that, and everything else is obviously smaller than that. So I'm just going to grab a card base, some papers, and inks and things, and we will get started. Okay guys, so to start my card, I have this cute paper here that I just trimmed down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so it can matte layer over a standard A2 size card, which would be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 if you're making your own. And I'm just going to glue that down. If you want to do the little swirl and all those cute things, you can stamp that up, or you can stamp it up after it's on here. It's pretty flat. If you decide that's what you should do. I know it was hard for me to choose because I was like, oh, this one has berries and everything on it, but I like this other one, so our jar is the focus. And I'll pop that there. And then I have some alcohol ink marker paper. That I'm going to stamp our jar and those things on. So that's what we have here. Let me grab some ink. And let's go with Midnight. So if you have the die and press inks, they are water-based, so you can definitely stamp with them and then color with alcohol ink markers. If you try to color with something water-based, it's going to reactivate because it's water-based to begin with, right? So I'm going to stamp now with this, but I'm going to use alcohol ink markers to color my images in. And we'll make the jar, we'll make the lid, and some berries, or however. So just popping down there. I have a full sheet of paper. I don't need all that, but that's okay. So, oh, how cute. We have the two different lids. I think we can go with this guy and this one. So I'm just stamping them black, giving some room because the die is a little bit larger than this, if you recall, because it has to have the top part of it. Then we need this guy to be cut. Probably don't need that much room. And if you're doubtful, you can just bring that over because now I'm like, let's just make sure. Okay, and then, well, let's go ahead and do a couple berries. And the label. Maybe I'll stamp the label in a different color, so let's just leave that for now. But we do have... Oh! I was like, what happened? Hello, yeah, I picked them up. Okay, there we go. This guy. Well, I will say on this portion, I don't know if you can see, there's like a bubble. Maybe you can see it there. That's not great, so go ahead and just kind of release that air. So it's a little flatter. And when I go to stamp that, I'll just make sure to not focus on that middle section so it doesn't get on my paper. And if it does, then I'll just stamp it again. But for now, we'll go there, there, and just around the edges of this guy. Not bad. I missed a few sections on each one, so I'm just going to go back through, ink this up again. There we go. Okay, I'm going to clean up, and then we'll do the label, okay? I'm going to probably restamp that one, though. Okay, so I just restamped this one because for whatever reason, even though the other ones are perfectly fine, this one kind of looked like it had shifted or something. I'm going to move this over this way. I should put this ink away. I'm so bad with ink. I get it all over my hands. Oh my goodness. Okay. With the little label one, I'm going to stamp that, and the label's pretty much right around there, so that should be okay where it's at. Let's put this ink, or let's cover it up for now. I'm going to use a red. Just get some of that on there. I still have a ton of ink on here from earlier. I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. But I am going to clean that up in just a moment. And let's go ahead and stamp this guy. Not bad. I did get a little black ink on that there from getting on my ink pad. Let me clean up, and then we're going to stamp a sentiment in there. Okay, sentiment time. To my very sweet friends, sending a sweet hello. Sweet wishes for good health. Thank you very much. These are all so cute. Let's do sending a sweet hello. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on there. And I'm just kind of eyeballing that. That looks pretty good. Yeah, generally clean up, especially if you have black ink all over your surface. It's like, oh, that's fine. Well, maybe it wasn't that fine, but that's okay. There we go. Is that a good thing? I'll do it one more time. You know what? Actually, I won't, because I think this might have shifted, and I don't want to do that again. So we're good. I'll leave it just the way it is. Let's get some alcohol ink marker so I can color in some of these images, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. So I didn't get too many colors. I do feel like there's gonna be a lot of red because I'm gonna make like strawberry jam in here. So for the little lid, I think I grabbed a green like this one. And I'm not going to take too much on this, but basically just come in and color in these areas, and then I'll do a second coating, like a second layer, to give it a little bit of differentiation as far as like the green of it. So I'm just going to follow them all down, and then I'll come back in and do like a second little area darker like that, so it just looks like a little bit of, you know, contrast of color. And you can see that. I don't think the word is contrast. Anyway, it's already been a long morning, guys. So let's get that there, and then like I said, I'll come back in and kind of add a little extra, and then we'll go in the other direction, a little bit there. Go ahead and just this area, and then I'll leave the little diamonds white in between. Okay, and then this guy, just color the whole thing in, but for these, I do have a couple different greens. I'll just do some light and some medium, you know, just to add color. So maybe I'll go in with the medium in here. Same thing with this little guy, that one. And then bring in some light. Just to get that color going right there through. And when the red, I'll just be careful to go around the little spots. I didn't think about it. I'll also grab a yellow and just do little yellow dots here and there. But again, not too much, so maybe I'll go with the darkest one up here. And then I'll just blend that out with the lighter one. I'll do the stem also, clearly. So it's going to take a little minute to be careful and go around here. But something like that, right? I'll just bring it down. And then get a little yellow into the seeds. I'll just keep bringing that color down. And with this guy, I'll just pretty much fill it in as much. I don't know how much if this is going to show once we put our little lid on. And it doesn't have to be completely full, but I'm just going to make it kind of full. So that's the darker red. And then I'll take the light one and brush it all through. To just fill in the whole jar, basically. A little cartoonish in the look that I'm going for here. I might have to switch out to my other red one. I have two of these. I have two sets of these diamond press markers. And this one is well used. So I'll continue scrubbing through there like that just to kind of make it look a little nicer. And maybe just around this area so the light is, so it's a little bit lighter in the middle. Sorry, I'm kind of leaning on my cheek as I'm coloring, kind of like this. Like a teenager on the phone. Probably sounds like I'm doing that. Okay. Alright. And then, yeah, I can go ahead and color in the little words. The little lettering hello. Okay, so I'll also color that in, and I'll be back. I have my different pieces. I did do a lot of red on that one, so we were just going to cut them out. You know, they have a good amount of space around them there, so that one, pretty much I'll trim these down obviously to get through my die cutting machine, but that guy can be stuck right down there, and then this guy is the same. Then you can, this one's a little tighter. So I'm just eyeballing that. Maybe, you know what, since that is tight, I'm going to do a drop shadow. Let me grab some scrap papers. In the meantime, I'll cut this down too so I can cut these easier. I'll be right back. And what I mean by that is, like, I'll take this, and you guys might have seen this on the channel. It's just making a little aperture, and let's get some washi, put that on there, and oh, we have our here, just run that through. Sorry, I'm so close up, I just realized I have to remember that. Keep that in mind. So you have this piece. If you want to use that as a drop shadow or, you know, stamp on it, you can use it again. Oh, I didn't remove from here. You don't have to do that, I just want to focus on this guy. So when you lift it up, don't remove it, just lift it up and see where you will be cutting if you were to place it right there. You can see that one's a lot closer to the edges. And I can pop that back down, and generally I put another piece, at least a couple more pieces, to help you keep that in place. And then go ahead and run that through, and you'll have a much better idea of where you're die cutting. And hopefully, you know, try not to let it shift or move too much, and you should be good to go. Pretty good. Alright, I'll cut everything out. So, this one I just eyeballed. Hey, pretty good. And then these guys, I went ahead and did the little drop shadow window. Really? Oh, it's so cute. I will say the reason this one has space around it is because it's supposed to look like the filling is like in the jar. So I'm thinking I might take a little bit of light blue and go around the edge, just the smallest amount. Okay, so what I mean by that is, let's bring this over here. I'll turn this over. And let me grab some light blue. Having said that, I don't have the color ready. I'll be right back. Like this light sapphire, and I'll just kind of bring it in here. Just so it looks like a jar. Very gossamer, very lightly add that in there. This is going to be up on here like this, so I mean even just that amount of blue is fine, but I'll just do a little more. But just the smallest amount. Just a little something. Maybe a little more down here. And that is it. Okay, let's get our card together. Okay guys, so card base back. And what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and put these guys together. I was thinking about where I want dimension or how. Okay, so I have a couple ideas. Let's put some... Let's get these guys to glue together. Sorry guys, I have something in my mind that I want to do. I was like, okay, I'm going to put dimensionals down the middle, but I want it to kind of look round. So I think I need these guys to be together to begin with. Cute. Like that. I'm going to let that set up just a little bit. But I also need this guy to cooperate with me in what I'm thinking about doing. So I'm going to kind of give it a little bit of a zhuzh. Kind of making it a little bit round in the center. But I am going to glue this one with some low profile kind of dimensionals. No. Just like one here, one here. Let me line this out and I'll come back and show you what that looks like. It's a slightly rounded, lower profile dimensional. I'm going to put this as my little label. And I want this also to be kind of rounded in the very center area. And then on this side, what we're going to do is go ahead and put some dimensionals down on that. Mostly down the center. Whatever height that you have would be good. Or you can double some up if you really want them to be really nice and high. No, that's too close to the edge. I know this looks silly. I'm just placing them however. Right in there. We can pop a few in here. Alright, let me take the liners off and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have that on there. And before I really lay this down, I just thought about it. I have this green twine that'd be really cute. I had a lime green one too. That'd be adorable, but let's go with this guy. And I'm just cutting a length of this. I have no idea how much I actually need. But let's wrap it around here and see what happens. You know, I would love to make my little finger bows, which I suppose you could, and then just stick it on afterward. But right now I'm just going to do this. You could have done this before taking off the carriers if I had the forethought. Just making a bow, if I can get that through there. Yes. Very good. Oh. Bring it down right there. Tighten it up a little bit here so it's a little more even. It's right about in the same area. I want this to come up on top. There we go. So it's kind of in the same area of the little bow that's down on our image there. And let's pop this on here. Oh, hold on. Got ahead of myself. So I want glue here, and I'm gonna have to hold this down. So I'm going to be patient. We have the 3D foam adhesive that's gonna keep it rounded in the middle, but the very ends, I just want to kind of hold it down, so paying attention to that. And I'm just going to hold this. Make sure that's making contact, but I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Actually, I can trim this a little more. Okay. And then we have our little berries to finish off with. So, let's see. I'm just wondering if I want to give them a little bit of shaping also. Something like that. Just kind of round them a little bit. That'd be really cute. Okay, so right there, I need a dimensional up here. Just glue down here. And then I'll just apply glue or dimensional, however it is, whatever I think it needs. You know. There, dimensional, glue down here. Same thing with this guy. If I think it needs dimensional or glue, I'll place it there. Okay guys, so there's our card. Super sweet, pun intended. Love making it a little more realistic with like the little twine there, and then the rounding of the pieces. I don't know if we can kind of see that. It's not too high, very mailable. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have links in the description box, possibly in this little bag here, and the images are coming up, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.